When the last glow drifts away from the big house at Michigan, it's a good time to have a seat and listen. Hear Yost, Kipke, Chrysler, and in your mind's eye see the lads who wore the colors. Harmon, who played both ways all the way to a Heisman Trophy and got a standing ovation once at the Horseshoe. And Archie Griffin, the double Heisman man from Ohio State, who had his moments. So many to remember, players and coaches. But there are two coaches who had a special place in this history, Woody and Bo, the salt and pepper of the series. Giants in their profession, their histrionics, legendary. And they could win. This is a remarkable festival annually, whether here or at the Horseshoe. There the great bands fight that team across the field. Show them Ohio's here. Hail to the victors valiant. Hail to the conquering heroes. Today, another bounty of memories, concluding 100 years of Buckeyes and Wolverines.
It was on a day like this, in a place like this, that I first met Walter Mitty, that purveyor of those golden moments that last a lifetime in the game of college football. Of course, it might last longer if it happened in a game between the Buckeyes and the Wolverines. You're in for quite a day, folks. We'll join John Saunders, Terry Bowden, and Craig James at Times Square Stadium, the station.
Bellamy joins Walker and Terrell. Buckeyes showing blitz. They're going to bring it. Henson flares it out to Thomas, and he's going to get a first down. Anthony Thomas down the sideline. Cuts back inside the 40. Anthony Thomas inside the 30. Can he take it the distance? He's going to go. Touchdown, Michigan. 70 yards.
Screen pass. Hutchinson's excited because he followed his block. Only the 12th reception of the year for the A-Train.
Michigan hoping to pull the startling upset of all time here. Leading 24-12. Turn, a long one down the middle. It is intercepted by Michigan's Barry Pearson. He comes back to the 30, to the 35, tries to pick up blockers, goes to midfield. To the 40, and he is knocked down on the 35-yard line. He must have run 75 yards with that ball, most of them laterally, because the total downfield yardage was 41. The 35-yard line, and let's take a look at it again.
Here's one of the heroes of the day for Michigan so far, Barry Pearson, leaping.
She was at the throttle a year ago when Bianca Batuka had the big game, and Michigan spoiled Ohio State's dreams of an undefeated season. Ball is on the just outside the 31-yard line, where it is second down and 9.
That was a different offensive team for Michigan, and this defense for Ohio State is a heck of a lot better, too.
9-0 Buckeyes. And Greasy's first pass drilled to Ty Street. He's wide open and gone for a touchdown. So the Michigan Wolverines, just like they did last week, come out in the third quarter and hang a touchdown.
Of this fantastic rivalry. 4th down, 10 to go at the 34. Terry Glenn, can he get it? Picked off. Woodson. Give Woodson some love. Give it to him now.
3 timeouts. We had some men running open deep down the field throughout this half. Of course, Robinson can go the distance as well. He bounces off some hits, and they will not catch him. 67 yards and a touchdown. Under his arm, 6 carries, 124 yards rushing in the half for Denard Robinson, 21 yards per rush.
Well, first of all, it's the play design when you have 3 lead blockers for Denard Robinson. Then you have 2 tacklers coming in. Number 2, watch Christian Bryant come in, and also number 7, Travis Howard. The thing they do not do Nobody wraps up. So when you don't wrap up and you have the strength of Denard Robinson, he will run through that and make you pay. That is why he's one of the all-time greats as far as rushing quarterbacks ever to play the game of college football.
That's Hartsook moving over. They're going to turn. Got 3 wideouts here. Give it to Perry. Up the middle he goes. To the outside. A foot race to the corner. Touchdown. I promised him. Whoa, Nelly. Well, he delivered too.
Throw. Brown steps up, gets inside the pressure. Now throwing on the run deep. Colasar open, reached up, he's got it! It's a touchdown! John Colasar!
Michigan 34, Ohio State 31. Michigan is the outright Big Ten champion.
Could you hear those pads slapping and that mic we've got down on the field?
There's a little hitting going on, but Ohio State's taking some chances here to shut that running game down. They guessed it was going to be a run. Both linebackers fired in there, and they kept that from being any kind of a big gainer.
Now they have substituted Jamie Morris, and they have taken White out. And let's try to give you an idea of the intensity down there on 2nd and 7.
Rover on the blitz. He's open. Colasar. He'll go the distance. They won't catch him.
Here comes the bomb. Harbaugh throws a perfect strike to Colasar. 77 yards. He beats number 37, William White, one-on-one. White cannot catch him. Colasar, a freshman, scores a big score for the Wolverines.
A freshman from Westlake, Ohio. A young man the Buckeyes tried to recruit but failed. And oh, how they lament that failure right now.
Again, Michigan should come out of this with very good field position. Oh, as we've noted already, Bartholomew is special.
In a field position game, a good punter like Bartholomew is priceless.
But he gets it out all right. Oh, my goodness, look at this. He runs Woodson all the way back to the 22-yard line. Woodson's got one block. And another block. One more, and he's back. Touchdown. No flag.
There's a look at the punt return. You know, Keith, Woodson has not returned the punt for more than 15 or 20 yards all season long. In fact, Shaw done a better job of it, but this time he breaks some tackles. The only guy that can break tackles for Winfield gets blocked on the punt return, and the speed of Woodson's going to carry him through this one.
Leandre Brown was the number 18 man who made that last block that freed him. And it's 13-0 as they finally...
Tim Williams in to punt. Averaging just under 38 on 44 kicks this year. Nice high kick, got a little wind under it. And it runs Howard back. Look at that. Oh my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
The thing about this is, Keith, he doesn't get a whole lot of help from his friends. He runs by a lot of them. Two of them right there he splits. And it's just going to be a foot race. It was a great punt by Williams. In fact, he probably outkicked his coverage. Anytime you give a man with Howard's ability some room. I caught a pose here that seems kind of familiar. Huh?
A glum Woody Hayes on the far side of the field. The Wolverines would like nothing better than to just run it out here. And they can do it with only 12 seconds. And here goes the countdown. Let's listen. And there it is. What has to be the upset of the century. In this centennial year of college football, what a ball game we have seen here today. And the jubilation and cheering and celebration will go on long into the night in old Ann Arbor town.
We talked about the emotional impact of this thing. I have never seen a football team so emotionally up for a game as Michigan was today.
Someplace in that sea of players is Woody Hayes. His hat's off, bareheaded as he goes into the tunnel on the far side, certainly dejected. But let us say this about Ohio State. The Buckeyes have been magnificent for 2.5 seasons. And the only thing they proved today, really, Lee, is that they are indeed only human.
And Michigan was superhuman.
And Jim Mandich, the Michigan captain, tears of joy streaming down his cheeks. Never in his career has he been on a team that has beaten Ohio State until today, and this native of Solon, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland, did it. And there's a sign that Michigan fans throughout the world hope to be true. They have dethroned the mighty Buckeyes of Ohio State. They have captured a co-championship of the Big Ten, and they are going to the Rose Bowl with their heads high.
Indeed.